We will bring those responsible for the Richmond Hill attack and her subsequent disappearance to justice. I can assure you that York Regional Police will continue to pursue all investigative avenues to bring the truth to light.
The scope and consequences of this crime and the network of those involved is chilling. An innocent woman, Elnaz Hajtamiri, was brutally attacked in Richmond Hill, Ontario. A bystander saved her that time. She fled to stay with relatives in Wasaga Beach, thinking she would be safe, but she wasn't. Criminals tracked her, then, dressed in police gear, forced their way in and kidnapped her right in front of her family. She hasn't been seen since. Imagine being in your home with your family and having armed men invade that safe space and ripping your daughter or sister away right in front of your eyes. Do you think that those who did this should be walking free among us? Do you think they're living innocent, upstanding lives, not involved in any other crimes?
I got nightmares in my head, I fear.
We already know that some of the men involved in the Richmond Hill attack were involved in a truck theft ring.
That York Regional Police continues to dedicate all resources available to bring those responsible to justice in this matter.
The scope of the investigation into all this should worry everyone, even remotely connected to the perpetrators. So far, there have been 5 arrests in the Richmond Hill attack.
Jaspreet Singh and Harshdeep Binner were arrested and charged for the attack that was carried out in the underground parking garage. Jaspreet Singh has since pled guilty and was deported from Canada in December of 2022. Harshdeep Binner remains in custody, and his next court date is later this month in Newmarket. York Regional Police, in partnership with the O.P.P, arrested Mohammed Lilo. On February 16th of this year, members of the York Regional Police 2 District Criminal Investigative Bureau arrested and charged Jaspreet Singh of Mono, Ontario. He was charged and arrested with aggravated assault and conspiracy to commit an indictable offense in relation to the attack here in Richmond Hill. Subsequently, on March 1st of 2023, York Regional Police Criminal Investigative Bureau from 2 District also arrested Akash Rana. Akash Rana is originally from Delta, British Columbia, and he was also arrested for the offenses in relation to the attack in Richmond Hill.
And there are 2 Canada-wide warrants in respect to that attack. The police are not done.
There have been additional developments in the case since that time. In addition to these arrests, we have also obtained Canada-wide warrants for 2 co-conspirators involved in the December 2021 attack. Jaspreet Singh, regularly a resident of Delta, British Columbia, and Jaspreet Singh of Mississauga, Ontario, are both currently wanted for aggravated assault and conspiracy to commit an indictable offense.
On the kidnapping, there have been 2 arrests, Mohammed Lilo and Crystal P. Lawrence, and there's a Canada-wide warrant for Deshaun Davis. 1 kidnapper is still unidentified, but somebody knows who he is.
We have no doubt there are people out there with information, and we encourage them to come forward.
O.P.P are seeking to speak to this person.
There is another image we would ask the public to look at of a white male, possibly the same individual, who is a person of interest involved in the renting of vehicles in and around the time of Elnaz's kidnapping.
And there are other people who know things about this whole mess.
There's people out there that know what happened.
What motivates all of these people to get themselves involved in this horrific and reckless thing? Money? Fear? Are they throwing away their lives for that manipulative, arrogant liar, Mohammed Lilo? Like little robots without minds of their own? I mean, how smart can they be, right? If you want to live a life of crime, you've got to fly under the radar. But these guys painted a giant target on themselves instead, and now they are wanting everyone around them to protect them and risk themselves too. But it never works. You can't keep everybody quiet. And how do you trust someone who asks you to put yourself at risk for them? This honor among thieves thing and this code is a freaking joke. It's a lie. It's a lie they've bought into. A recent study out of the UK shows that groups of criminals turn on each other violently. And any Crown attorney will tell you that criminals turn on each other all the time. Plus, there's still a $100,000 reward up for grabs. Look at this detective. He's not letting this go, man. And it's not just him. There are multiple teams of investigators on this, and they are working together across the country. And the public is pissed. We don't want this kind of crap going down. So these perpetrators have painted big fat targets on themselves. But there's more. Everyone associated with anyone involved also has a target painted on them now. Think about it. The police pull on threads and find other crimes. Then they set up investigations into those crimes and those criminals.
It's a complex investigation.
So it spreads like a spider web. The police are pulling on threads and they're going to investigate whatever they find, whether it's fraud, theft, moving products around, whatever it is. The police are chasing it all down. Even if people weren't involved in the Hajtamiri case, all these little threads lead the police to other criminals. So even other criminals are going to want this thing done. It's a mess.
There is a tip line that people can call. That number is 1-888-310-1122. They can also contact Crime Stoppers at 222-TIPS or online at crimestoppers.org if they wish to remain anonymous.
The cops are not going away.
We will be looking for them and we'll be coming for them and arresting them and holding them accountable for their involvement.
And the public wants this solved. And we all want to know, where is Elnaz? So what's it going to be? Mohammed Lilo is losing his power. People around these offenders are going to decide not to be so gullible. They're going to decide not to be controlled. As for the public, we want to be safe and go about our lives. We don't want violent criminals running around doing what they want to innocent people. We need to pull together and seriously be on the lookout for these guys. And here's the call to action. Take screenshots of these men. They have ties across Canada. Keep the screenshots on your phone and watch for them. Watch while you're shopping, going to work, or going about your day. There are a few tip lines you can call, but if you see them out and about, you can actually call 911. There's a Canada-wide warrant for them, so every police service will be aware of who they are. If all of us look, we can speed things up. And time is important. We don't know if Elnaz is still alive. If she is, we need to find her. If she's not, then the family needs to know. This is torture for them.
We will be looking for them and we'll be coming for them and arresting them and holding them accountable for their involvement. We will bring those responsible for the Richmond Hill attack and her subsequent disappearance to justice.